Yo guys, what is up? I'm going to be going through a few things you guys can do to help boost your Fortnite FPS and a few other things. So first of all, we're going to be looking at the Fortnite in-game settings. You want to be using full screen mode. If you read the description, that when you hover over it, it even says that in full screen mode you cannot interact with other windows as easily, but the game will run slightly faster. If you don't know where that is, it's the last sentence over there. Also, I personally have these all set to very low, especially textures, anti-aliasing, shadows, and effects, and post-processing. You really shouldn't have any reason to put anything above, lower, near, or off, whatever. Except maybe view distance, I'd put medium if I really wanted that, but other than that, no really real reason. VSync should be off, motion blur definitely off. Show FPS I like to have on, and allow multi-threaded rendering. That you should try depending on your PC, because on some PCs it can work better and some it doesn't work very well for, can have a negative impact on your FPS performance. Okay, next we're going to be looking at replay mode. If you're struggling with FPS, I would really recommend turning off your replay modes for everything like I have done here. Also make sure you have vibration off. I don't have Nvidia highlight, so I just have it off anyway. You can keep yours on if that's what you want. So anyway, that's just the basics of the Fortnite settings. I'm now going to move on to the other steps. So if any of you use Discord to talk to people while you play, make this a bit small. Okay. If any of you use Discord while you play, you're going to want to go into your user settings, and you're going to want to go into appearance, there we go, and you're going to want to scroll down, right? You're then going to want, wait, where is it? Fuck. Oh yeah, sorry, I bet you're going to want to then turn off, make sure hardware acceleration is turned off. You can see it will make your FPS a lot better and help. And it even says here, turn this off if you're experiencing FPS drops in games. Okay, that's Discord, pretty much the only setting for Discord that I have. Then we have Spotify. Spotify, where you at? You're going to want to go into your Spotify settings. And then you're going to want to go down to settings, hello. Things that. Oh, where's that? Oh shit, it was in settings. My bad guys. Hey, anyways, you're gonna go into your settings. You're gonna scroll down to where it says show advanced settings. Click that. Then you're gonna want to click on under compatibility, enable hardware acceleration. Make sure it is not green, and you want to make sure it's off. Okay, that's just make sure you get the most FPS. If that's for people who listen to music, right? Obviously, if you don't use Spotify while you play, you can leave it. Doesn't really matter. After that, we're going to be looking at the Fortnite settings. So you want to go into your graphics settings. You can just do that by pressing Windows, search graphics settings, open that up. Sorry, I'm just opening all on my other monitor. You're going to want to click add an app, click browse. You're going to want to click on your C drive, program files, Epic Games, Fortnite game, binaries, Win64, and then you're going to want to click on Fortnite client Windows 64 shipping. Just this one, not the other ones with the other stuff at the end. And you just click add, and then you click on it. Click options, click high performance, save, and you can close it. Now here's another trick we can do. If you go into your power and sleep settings, if most of you go into there, you can click additional power settings over here. You're going to want to, if you go into here, you'll see I have a setting called ultimate performance. A lot of people with more powerful computers, if you click under show additional plans, if you click on it, it will come up there. But for those of you who don't worry, there is a way. You're going to want to type in CMD, click run as administrator. Then you're going to run it as an administrator. Then it's going to open, and I'm going to have the command for this in the description, so you guys can just copy and paste it. Going to have that there. Click enter. Then it's going to say ultimate performance, and then you should be able to find it under additional power plans. You want to turn that on, and then you're good to go over there. Now we're going to be looking at the Fortnite game user settings. Okay, some of you might have used these before, so you might be familiar with this. So you're going to want to press Windows R, click local, and then type in %local app data %. Then you click OK. It's going to open up a file. Sorry, wrong monitor. And then you're going to want to click on Fortnite game, saved, config, Windows client, game user settings. You guys might have other files. I only have one. It doesn't really matter. You're going to want to check your properties. Right click, hit properties first. And then you're going to want to click, make sure it's on read only. Make sure it's on read only. I mean, sorry, if it is on read only, you have to change it in order to edit it. So I'm going to unapply it and click OK. Then going to open it up. And you'll see see all this code and stuff. Okay, then you're going to want to scroll down and make sure your show grass is set to false. You're going to want to also go down to where it says show FPS and make sure, you're going to want to go to where it says display gamma and make sure that's set to 1 point. And then there's going to be 6 zeros after the full stop. Then we're also going to be looking at, if you can't find any of these things, you can do Control F, which will bring up a search menu. So I'm going to be searching for mouse acceleration. So I think it's mouse acceleration. This can mess up your aim when you play Fortnite. So here we go. It found it for me. But make sure it's by default it's set to false. You want to enable that and set it to true. Also, we're going to be looking at make sure desync is set to false. It should be false if you have it off in your actual Fortnite game. For your scalability groups, you can see all these things over here. You're going to want to set them all to 0, except resolution quality, which I have it at 100. That's basically your 3D resolution inside of Fortnite. Then over here we have, you can see I'm playing on a custom res 1500 by 900. Basically what that is I use a, so as I'm sure most of you know here, look here quickly. Simplest form is for fractions, pretty much. If you want to, native res is on a 16 by 9 because it's 1920 by 1080. Look, I'll show you by 1080. Look, it's going to give us a fraction in its simplest form. And that's 16 by 9. That's why it's called an aspect ratio of 16 by 9. If you want to find out another res you can downscale to in order to maximize your FPS, because by downscaling your resolution, you are minimizing the amount of pixels on your screen. Therefore, there's less work for your PC to do, and therefore your FPS is increasing. So what I did was take your resolution, go into Google, literally search the simplest form. You could be using like 1656, and then you just put in like that, 180. That's a stretched res. Just click on it. Simplest form. So now you see it, the simplest for this is 23 by 15, right? So now you know it's got an aspect ratio of 23 by 15. So what you want to do is you want to put in, see this number here, the bottom number that you're going to use for your y-axis. You're pretty much just going to, so if you want to try 900, just divide it by that, now the bottom number, and then you times it by the top one to see what your top value should be. And you'll still have the same res. Divided by 15 equal to 60, and then times 60 by 23, we get 1380. So if you wanted to lower your res and keep the exact same amount of stretch, what you can do is you can go into your Fortnite settings. Damn it, where did I have it open? Here we go. And just change it to 1380 by 900, and I will have the same. It will be the same, except the only thing is it's at a cost, obviously, of a bit of quality. FPS comes at a cost of quality by lowering your resolution. And once you're done that, once you've changed everything, I'm not going to save it because I'm using a different resolution. But you're going to want to hit save. Then you're going to want to right click on properties. Then you're going to click read only, apply. So it's back to read only. And then you should be very good to go. Also, this fraction thing, the ratio, you can use it for any ratio, for any resolution you're using to downscale. It's just very easy to use. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, there is actually one more thing I wanted to discuss. Is that if you go, actually no, there's not. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. After that, you're gonna want to go into your display settings or whatever, and you're gonna have to go into like your NVIDIA control panel or AMD. I personally have an AMD. What I'm gonna do is go into AMD. You're gonna want to make a new display. Go into your display, and then you're gonna create a display. It's gonna be the same, very similar process. Just change this to your new resolution you want to use. Once you've created it, you hit save. Right, then you're going to go into your display settings for your PC. And then once you go down, you're going to switch to the monitor, your gaming monitor, whatever you're playing on, and select the resolution you want to use. After that, you should be good to go and you should be able to just run Fortnite. And sometimes if you do change the display settings, you are required to sign out just so everything can sync up properly and rescale correctly. So guys, I hope this helped. If anyone has any questions, please just let me know in the comments down below and I'll be happy to help. Goodbye and have a good day.